Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Downtown Halstead, Minnesota, it is the Pirate-Panther all-school reunion. While it may seem a little quiet right this moment in time, it's just moments away from the parade beginning for the all-school reunion. Kevin Kochman broadcasting here on yourliveevent.com, the partnership of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and Halstead Telephone Company. Broadcasting right outside the Halstead Telephone Company office and studios as we're ready to rock and roll today for the Pirate-Panther all-school reunion parade. Hopefully you're enjoying it here on this sunny Saturday, 24th day of the month of July. Pirate-Panther All-School Reunion 2021. Usually, right, we have all-school reunions in Halstead, and now this year bringing in the Hendrum Huskies as well, inviting Hendrum Pearly to enjoy some of the festivities with the Norman County West Co-op. Goes back to 1983, of course, with the West Co-op, but the Halstead Pirates become, along with the Hendrum Huskies, the Norman County West Panthers. So we're celebrating and we're having fun, and we go back with some of the entries here today in the all-school reunion and with the parade. We'll see Grand Marshals from the 1940s classes of the Halstead High School. So we go back and have some fun. Yesterday, of course, day one opening up with registration. It was about 95 degrees in Halstead on Friday afternoon. As you might say, it's a scorcher. Third weekend of July, no doubt about it. It was definitely a warm one for folks here to get things underway with the Pirate-Panther all-school reunion. They had registration yesterday afternoon and opened up the school building, which recently became property of the city of Halstead. And we're talking with a city councilman and also a representative with Halstead Telephone Company, and right here with yourliveevent.com as well. Brandon Mickelson was sharing some of the city involvement, right, with taking over the high school building, and it'd been, of course, quite quiet here in recent months and in last few years. And so getting that open and getting it usable and getting ready for this weekend, having the opportunity to open up the school library and use the shelving for the library, which used to house all of the books. Well, it was filled with trophies. It was filled with other memorabilia. The old Valley Hardware and Supply building just across Highway 200 as we see it here, as we sit across from Red River State Bank and right next to Halstead Telephone Company. We look at the old Valley Hardware and Supply building, and inside the building, the kind of the front window, you may say, which once displayed all the excitement of Valley Hardware and Supply, that now houses some neat memorabilia as well from the Halstead Pirates and the Norman County West Panthers. And so yesterday with registration over at the Halstead Lutheran Church on the east side of town, you were able to enjoy some of the memorabilia there as well and take in the excitement. So as we rolled along yesterday, scavenger hunt details were starting to be laid out as well when folks were registering. And then we had the excitement at the LRC just down the road to our south, getting things going with the beer garden and with the dance and with the community conversation and fun. Small town excitement returned on Friday, and it was and has been a busy Saturday here in Halstead. As Kevin Kochman and Derek Zimmerman-Geyer joining you here today on yourliveevent.com. And Derek, we got into town a little after 2:30 here this afternoon to take in some of the festivities and also get ready for the broadcast of the parade and get this ready to be archived. And part of it was able to see the car show going on in the school grounds and the yard games and the hubbub happening where the parade is getting underway right now.
The car show was nice. Kevin, I'm more impressed right now with your knowledge of a single window and crafting a story out of that. Do you have any more nice little tidbits like that?
Single window stories. Well, that was one little thing that I picked up as we drove by the LRC. As we were driving by the LRC, we were able to scope out the endings of the cornhole game as we were discussing.
Or
is
bags.
it bags, bean bags, cornhole? What do we call it? Whatever you want to call it, right? And we were watching what I presumed the championship match. We didn't get confirmation, but I presumed the championship between Brett and Tracy Holte, Matt Finney, and the great Ben, the one and only Ben Hemberger. just things like that really stand out on a day like today, and the neat old cars. So I'm real excited about seeing the lineup come through, and we're not privy to the information ahead of time. It's going to be as we see it, as they roll through, and kick your feet up and enjoy the parade. But I don't have any other tidbits other than, city is spruced up, Derek. You saw that yourself. City streets in recent years have had some construction in Halstead. And of course, the new Valley General store right on the highway, the corner 75 and 200, just moving a couple of blocks from now, which has got the nice little window as we talked. And the world's largest sugar beet. All of this happening now, too. It's pretty exciting and fun for the small town.
Many times I've driven through Halstead, whether I'm going to Hillsboro or Hope, Findlay, Sharon, whatever it may be.
Yep.
The most lively I've seen this town.
Oh, yeah, plenty of activity. And I want to say registration numbers were in the hundreds, a couple hundred of folks registering. Now, in that conversation, so we've had some festivals and festivities here now returning with the COVID numbers dropping. Of course, usually, right, last year would have been all-school reunion, but they pushed it back because of the pandemic. So the conversation in March began. Are we going to be able to have it? And here we go. So they're back, and so the numbers may be a little lower than anticipated, but as we get started, we take a look and we see the color guard make their way to come here across Highway 200. Norman County Sheriff Jeremy Thornton helping shut down a portion of Highway 200 so that the parade can begin, and we will again have the Grand Marshals of the parade here for the Pirate-Panther All-School Reunion make their way through as well. And part of the Grand Marshals, we're talking about some class members that registered from the 1940s, which is very exciting as we begin the Pirate-Panther All-School Reunion Parade. And our coverage here today on YourLiveEvent.com, which is a presentation of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and powered by Halstead Telephone Company. Here on YourLiveEvent.com, we begin with the parade. It is underway, and our coverage today being made possible thanks in part to the Pirate-Panther Reunion Committee, RJM Builders, Red River State Bank, River's Edge Insurance, Cess van der Haave Sugar Beet Seed, Ag Country Farm Credit Services, Halstead Telephone Company, and also the Halstead Living Center as representation of the color guard making their way through here today and members of the community. A real fast-looking Chevy Corvette making its way here into the parade as well to begin our day with the Pirate-Panther All-School Reunion, and the waves are coming. Glad to have early representation of our country and some friendly faces we'll recognize. Now, we notice in the Ford Mustang, the 5.0.
He's got the binocs out.
Oh, we got the binoculars. Graduates from the 1940s here are your Grand Marshals. And smiles and candy being tossed. The binoculars have entered as we see the parade entrance making their way. A pirate and a panther in the orange Mustang and waves.
Panther lost his head. I don't know.
We've lost the panther head. Looks to be all right.
The immersion's been broken, Kev.
Absolutely. You gotta get it started. Now we've got, of course, more fans of parades and people enjoying the candy, right? It's all part of the excitement here. So we'll continue to watch as they make their way through here as the All-School Reunion Pirate-Panther. Let's go to the 1969 class. The Halstead High School Pirates. Is this a fog machine here, Derek? My goodness. Some excitement here from the class of 69.
Oh, what an entrance.
Absolutely.
Going out, we're going to get some pyro.
They're bringing some real excitement from the class of 69. Oh, candy toss coming our way. And they're going on a trip together, it sounds like. Pretty cool stuff for the class of 69. Saw some of those members yesterday as we opened things up. Look at the old Chevy. Saw this guy here driving the old Fleet Side Chevy. Class of 82 being represented on a bike. Class of 82, welcome. On a bike and on a Ranger. You gotta love it. Oh, the Lions.
Clutch.
Michael, thank you so much. We'll enjoy. Oh, wow, thank you. Two of them. What a time for the Halstead Lions. They serve. A reminder, they meet the third Monday of each month. The Halstead Lions Club. handing out the ices here today for us. The class of 57 and 58. Blooming where we were planted. Next in representation for the all-school reunion, a couple of class floats as we've seen. Some waves happening from the young ones in the Halstead Telephone Company truck driven by Brandon Mickelson. Partnership, yourliveevent.com. How about the class of 1950? Red, white, and blue in the Ford Ranger, followed by some representation of Halstead Mutual Fire Insurance. Glad to have you here in the all-school reunion Pirate-Panther parade today.
Class of 81.
81.
Soaker guns.
Halstead Pirates. Look at that. Dave Steen.
True Pirates.
And they're having fun. Scrub is there, having fun since 81. We love it. Live broadcast here on yourliveevent.com. That's a nice float. I like the float for the class of 81.
It's a first. Never been shot at with a soaker gun during a broadcast.
Well,
that's new. Also an icy handed to me.
An icy handed during the broadcast. We love it.
That's a nice per diem.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And what's a parade without fire trucks, right? As Northwestern Bank, their location in Hendrum, rolling down the streets. Pirate-Panther all-school reunion. The parade will make its routes all around town in Halstead, Minnesota. Oh, yeah. Hard to beat the good sound of engine 3680. Bring it. The tanker trucks, the Halstead Fire Department representing in full effect today during the Pirate-Panther all-school reunion.
Okay, I spy a clown riding out on a, what is that, miniature bicycle?
Oh, yes. You look forward to the clowns.
Yeah, something like that.
What's a parade without a clown? Few extra. That's a Kit Kat out there on the street, Derek. If I didn't have a microphone on, I'd be running around.
Yeah, risk life and limb for a little bit of a skittle.
You got to have a Kit Kat, man. There's some dum-dums, too. Here we go. This is Chatty Bell's Treats now. Think about this. The ice cream truck, just the way you'd expect, but driven by a clown.
I had a nightmare about that once.
Look at this. All the clowns having a great time, passing out the ice cream treats. It's legit, and they're for hire.
I got Spider-Man snow cones.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're talking the best.
ices.
Music and everything. Now, look at this. Look at the pedal pull. He's pulling a Ram truck. I mean, this is impressive.
Pretty sure that's how Rocky trained.
I would think so. Olson's pedal pull. It's a warm day for the pedal pull guys to be pulling that Ram 2500. Oh, 3500 with the Cummins and everything. Getting prime fuel economy in that these days. Olson's pedal pull. Check them out. Here we've got the sounds of yet another float. Enjoying. Beautiful. Enjoying the candy machines. Some waves coming from a big-time representation of the Vibrants. Whoa! The Meltings. All right. Oh! Fruit snacks. There it is. Thanks, Jeremy. Vibrant Salon right here in Halstead. Look at the Trans Am. Look at this beautiful, beautiful Trans Am making its way across. Now, that was some powerful from the class of 88 in the Vibrant Salon machine. Here comes Lee Brothers. Lee Brothers Sales, Ada, Minnesota, representing here today in the Pirate-Panther all-school reunion as well. Looks like a beautiful little Buick with a wave. How about the class of 55 in the old Ford, Derek? This is something special. Beautiful teal old Ford in the class of 55. And what's a parade without a T-Bird following closely? Enjoying it. You got to have old tractors here at the Pirate-Panther all-school. We got to enjoy this representation here from Shelley, Minnesota, in a 52 John Deere 60. That's Julian Ahmet cruising down the street today. Beautiful old car here. Followed up. They had a car show going on. We saw that on the grounds at the school as well. Many of these entrants also had their cars rolling and set up for some view here today. Class of 84 in the classic. Look at this beautiful crew. 1984 class waving away. Good to see you here today in Hendrum, Halstead, Minnesota. for the they brought in the Hendrum Huskies and Main Street in Halstead. Beautiful, beautiful stuff here. The old Auga horn bringing it. Look at this crew right here. Look at this crew right here. We're talking about hamburgers. So many hamburgers. There's so many hamburgers on a float. Look at that. Hard to beat it.
On the ground.
Look at that. You can't stop Mark Hamburger. You can only hope to contain him. Well, we're getting the tiller going. And we're getting the ATV Club. Look at those guys. The Firefrost ATV Club. And a class of 09 float even representing. Oh my goodness, there's a young one driving in that. I can't believe it. Look at the class of 09. That looked like a Maroney at one time. Teachers representing, cruising down the street.
There goes a Frisbee.
The old Norman County West teachers cheering away. What do you think about this Corvette here, Derek, huh?
It was on the list of new cars I wanted to get.
Waving away, smiling here on the parade, enjoying the Pirate-Panther all-school reunion. I still can't get over the amount of hamburgers that were on a float there. This old Dodge cruising down the street with the camper back end and the slingshot. What we could do with a couple of those, huh?
What are we going to do with all that candy just out and about in the street right now?
Oh, we're going to have to clean that up.
We.
Halstead Fire Department representing as they bring it back. And now they've got, oh, yeah, look at that. The shot there. Yeah, we didn't want to get that on us. That's for sure. Watering out, spraying down the streets. As it appears, we've seen the coming and going of the parade. Now, let's take a commercial break here, and we'll come back and have a little further conversation as we celebrate the Hendrum All-School, the Pirate-Panther All-School reunion. As we take a break here on YourLiveEvent.com, we'll come back with some more conversation and share the plans for the rest of your Saturday here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Halstead Living Center and Heritage House, life doesn't stop with age. From dedicated staff, activities, and personal care, they're there to ensure the lifestyle continues to be active and fulfilled. The activities team brings together birthday parties, holiday programs, local performing acts, and talented musicians on staff. Family and friends are encouraged to join in on the special programs and daily activities too. For more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
You know the importance of planning before you plant. To finish strong, you need a solid start. That's why at Cess Vonderhoff, we remain committed to developing sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, all to help you make spring decisions that will yield the harvest you envision. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess Vonderhoff, a passion that grows.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
And now we're back here in Halstead, Minnesota, as, yes, parades sometimes can get a little lengthy, other times maybe a little bit on the slower side. Kevin Kochman and Derek Zimmerman-Guy are here with you to put a little recap here and share some of the other schedule here for the weekend that people are enjoying in Halstead for the all-school reunion of the Pirates and the Panthers. Here we go. So, as we talk a little bit about the activities here today, they've been real busy. Started with breakfast on the grounds here and on the day in Halstead at the Halstead Lutheran Church. They had a big breakfast, a free will celebration there. People have had opportunities to play some of the art games in front of the school grounds, some excitement there. Scavenger hunt is all wrapped up. That went starting this morning, and registration continued. There was opportunity to play golf over in Hillsborough at the Goose River Golf Course. And there was the 5K, run, walk, roll, or stroll. An opportunity. Do what you want. That was this morning as well. The beer garden at the LRC has been open, and the cornhole tournament, as we said, unofficial, official results as we heard the championship was going on there. They had the pie and ice cream social. Hard to beat that today. And also the car show and teachers. So, Derek, I thought this was kind of fun. They had a teacher gathering. Former Norman County West teachers specific had an hour together. Just, hey, come back to the school building, let's have chat. And then it brought back students as well. It became and all of a sudden a meet and greet there for an extra hour, an opportunity for people to get together and have some conversation. And in a community where the school is no longer, right, new co-ops, things of that nature, neat to be able to have that type of aspect and understanding there was a good turnout of former teachers in attendance.
And this time when you bring students back to school after hours, it's not considered detention.
Right, exactly. That's another thing. So the parade wraps and will lead us to the Reunion Banquet. This was something that, in talking with one of the organizers, part of the All-School Reunion Committee, Emily Finney, was sharing in regards to putting together this banquet. It was a pre-registration banquet that came with a ticket for the meal, things of that nature. So that's coming up tonight. That goes 5 to 6:30. The reunion program, which is going to be inside the gymnasium now for many of the former Pirates and former Panthers, getting back into the gymnasium, which was before closing the school, the Ruth Steen Gymnasium, dubbed Cactus Court after Cactus Warner, and then the basketball court. So all this dedication's happening. Opportunity for people to get back into the gym. And we talked to Brandon Mickelson with Halstead Telephone Company when we were setting up the equipment here, and he shared about the efforts that they did to preserve the gymnasium this winter while it's not full-time heated, putting in a different heat source to keep the floor going and all that different thing. And then talk about it too, just neat to hear the story that they had the school auction sale when they were selling out items in the school and surplusing it. Someone purchased the basketball hoops as an effort to keep them in the gym. It's one thing to buy and then take it out, but they wanted to do that to keep that so that it would be someday, here in this case, the city taking over ownership now, an opportunity to maybe utilize the facility. So an opportunity to go in tonight with the reunion program, Dancing Through the Decades, which would be pretty fun, plus another dance at the LRC. Tomorrow wraps up all-face service and some opportunity for some conversation. And so that's going to be good for people to take in, and a little picnic to wrap things up and send people on their way. And they're treated to very nice weather here this afternoon. A little breezy, but nice and warm.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Not a cloud in the sky. Summer day.
And like this past week, after a whole month of everyone complaining about no rain, and then we get thunderstorms throughout North Dakota last week.
Portion of our area got it. Some people didn't, and well, just the way it is. In the all-school reunion, want to talk about it after we take our final break here. We're going to come back and just share some tidbits of knowledge here about the all-school reunion, some facts, and we'll send you on your way for this Saturday on yourliveevent.com.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
You call your agent with a simple question, only to get sent to voicemail again. We pick up the phone. I Did you get this? Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you? Like I said, we pick up the phone because it's ringing. That's simple human sense.
Ask River's Edge Insurance Agency in Hallstatt if auto owners make sense for you.
Hello, this is Sam. You call your agent with a simple...
Going to put a wrap on our coverage here today of the parade, which was the, of course, doings here of the Halstead All-School Reunion, the Pirate-Panther All-School Reunion, and bringing in the Huskies, too. The invite was sent out, and there was a few that registered out of the Hendrum Huskies. Of course, 1983 became the Norman County West Panthers, and now, just this week, in fact, had the first ever meeting of the school board for the Ada Borup West Cougars, which is the new co-op, Hendrum, Halstead, Ada Borup, all together as they've been co-op for sporting, and now the elementary school in Hendrum wrapping up this school year, and now it's the new co-op of the Norman County West, Ada Borup Norman County West co-op. So all new. So we're talking many changes, but with that, of course, it comes back the nostalgic celebration of the Pirates and Panthers. So our coverage here today has been brought to you by Cess Vonderhoff Sugar Beet Seed, River's Edge Insurance, Red River State Bank, RJM Builders, the Pirate Panther All-School Reunion Committee, Halstead Living Center, and Egg Country Farm Credit Services, and Halstead Telephone Company, R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, together here, of course, with YourLiveEvent.com. So, with the All-School Reunion, we heard our Grand Marshals, the leaders, 3 representatives from the classes of the 1940s. That was the longest members of the Pirates, Halstead High School, so that takes us back to the 40s. We had travelers and former classmates of the Pirates and Panthers that came from Washington State. In fact, we just had a car that left in front of us here, sitting in the shade watching the parade from Washington State. Had representatives from California. We had people coming back from Florida taking in the festivities. Yesterday I saw Arkansas represented as well. In the city streets, so many out-of-towners coming back home, which is why we have these reunions, to get together, to have fun. And every 5 years, the Pirates and Panthers get together. Now, of course, was to be 2020 this time, 2021. Next all-school reunion, 2025. How will that change? Seeing the class of 2009 roll through might have been the newest representatives in the parade. So neat to see people gathering, coming together, Derek, and glad we could make this now archive for folks as well. And we saw a float full of hamburgers.
Can't beat that.
No.
Come together to gather and gander.
Gather and gander. So plenty of activity to roll out throughout the rest of the Saturday and the Sunday. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being a part of our coverage, and thanks for making this a memorable Pirate Panther all-school reunion here in the city of Halstead. For Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, I'm Kevin Kochman for YourLiveEvent.com. Have a great day, everybody.